Okay, y'all, I am first of all looking like an absolute mess, and second off, sitting in my room, which also looks like an absolute mess, for a few reasons. And I'm about to tell you about them in this video because I'm going to tell you about the last week of my DCP going into my first week of my internship, so get ready.
It means no worries for the rest.
So my internship ended on Tuesday, May 14th. That was my last day of work. It was very sad. I cried a lot, but like it was like a very bittersweet sad, like leaving the TTC, like leaving all my pilots there. I felt very loved and like grateful to have had this experience and like made so many connections that I did. And I definitely think that I was very fortunate in that I had such an incredible department to work in. A lot of my friends would kind of comment about like how much I got into my role and like how I just seemed to be like having the best time both at work and not at work. Like I was literally working with some of the best people that I have ever met in my entire life. So having to leave them was a very bittersweet time because all of them were so supportive that I was going on to an internship which was directly related to my major, but they were also very sad to see me go. And so obviously it's like saying goodbye to your parents when you go to college, but like college is across the country and you're not going to see them on holidays. You're going to see them when you come back to Disney World, if that makes sense. So I said all my goodbyes on Tuesday, May 14th, and then on Tuesday, May 15th, I got to throw my shoes in the shoe tree, which I'm going to make a video about after this one. May 16th, I moved out of my apartment. My dad came down, he flew down with me. We spent the day at Disney World after that. It was a very, very emotional couple of days because I met my absolute best friends on this program. And it's not the kind of friends where you just say like, oh, I'll see you when I see you, or like, I'm so glad that I got to meet you. Like, they're the kind of friends that like remind you who you are and they make you feel so supported and just absolutely loved for who you are, and there is no part of me that can say anything bad about any one of them because they are all their own people unapologetically. And it's one of the most refreshing and welcoming friend groups I have ever been a part of. I have never felt like I couldn't be myself. I've never felt like I couldn't roast someone in the group without like getting in trouble, because the nature of our friendship was just so pure and wholesome, and it doesn't break my heart to say goodbye because the fact that I met them, it was life-changing. I've had some bad experiences with some friendships in the past, and I had told them all that at the end, like when we were saying goodbye, and just the overwhelming love and support that I received from these people on this program, it's life-changing. That's all I can say without sitting here and blabbering on more than I already have. So saying goodbye to everyone was incredibly difficult, but we talk every day still, and it's a week after the program. Not that that's like a huge thing, like talking every day for a week, but the way that we talk, like we already have trips planned to see each other. Like next week I'm going down to see Lauren, my roommate who lives in San Antonio, and like we're just gonna spend the weekend together. But anyway, so on Friday I moved out. I left Florida at like 8 in the morning and I got back to Texas on Saturday afternoon. Spent Saturday night and Sunday with my grandparents who were here, also trying to unpack and like unload everything because I still had all of my things from school, like my school apartment, which were not completely unpacked, and then all of my things that I left out at my house that I use, my mom shoved in my closet. So that was really fun. So I couldn't really organize my Florida stuff without organizing my OU stuff as well as my home stuff. So trying to get all of that like situated was really difficult, especially since I left for a business trip on Monday morning. So I was home for about 36 hours before I turned around, got in the car, and drove to corporate headquarters for my internship. I just got back today. It's Wednesday, May 22nd. I finally feel like I have a second to breathe and finally a second to kind of recap everything that's been happening in the past week. But my internship, I feel like I'm just bouncing from one incredible opportunity to the other, because at Disney, obviously, it's everything that I hoped and dreamed it would be plus some. The social aspect, the professional aspect, like the personal growth aspect, like everything was there. And then I get to this amazing internship, and I mean, our business trip was 3 days long. They put me up in a hotel. They took me to a Rangers game, which I love the Rangers. I was living. They took us to a tour of the Cowboys Stadium. They took us to Babe's Chicken, which if you're not from Texas, you need to look it up because it's fantastic. And they gave us like the most amazing food and presentations. I think I can be bought by food now that I'm kind of talking about this. But they gave us just like the most amazing treatment that I have ever received from any corporate internship. And so coming from Disney to this internship, I'm seeing so many similarities in these companies that are so good to people. And it's just like this focus on making sure that the individual employee is taken care of before they can take care of your customers, because if the foundation of the company isn't working, then like the product of it won't work either. So if the cast members aren't treated well, we're not going to be wanting to treat guests well, and it'll tarnish the entire company's reputation, because that's what we're known for, is guest service. So in the whirlwind of things, I am finally home. A week after my last day of the program, I feel like a lot of things are missing from my life. I don't wake up next to my best friend anymore. She's still in Florida, so she's far away. I can't walk out into our apartment and see my other best friends and ask if they want to go to Magic Kingdom, or if they want to make pancakes, or if they want to have a dance party. Now we are kind of scattered, that's the heartbreaking part. Because when you find the people that mean the absolute world to you, having to spend any kind of distance away from them is the worst. So I don't know. I don't really know how I'm gonna live my life after this. It kind of sounds like I feel like I'm like, oh, they died. They didn't die. Everyone's still alive. It's just an incredibly sad feeling taking over, I guess. However, I know I'll be back, so I'm not worried about it. And the friendships that you make last the entire time. So in the next week, I'm going to try and upload my shoe tree video that I did that took me out on a very special boat, which I don't think any CPs have ever been on this boat, which kind of just speaks volumes to my relationship with all the pilots and like the impact that this department had on me. I'm gonna be making a video about the shoe tree. I'll make a video about what exactly watercraft is. I'm probably gonna record that one right now, so please don't hate me if I'm wearing the exact same outfit talking about watercraft. And then I'm also gonna make just kind of my 1 second a day, which is exactly what it sounds like, and I'll wait to post it before I spoil it for you guys. But thank you so much for following along on my journey. I know I was pretty infrequent with some of my video postings, but you have to be if you're gonna be like living your life, you know what I mean? I've made some great, incredible relationships, not only with other college program participants, but with a lot of the pilots at Disney World, and a lot of other roles. And they're relationships that I know are gonna last beyond the program, and they're gonna last beyond my time at Disney, because they're just some of the best people I've ever met, which I sound like a broken record saying that over and over again. But yeah, so be on the lookout for those videos that are coming out next. Again, thank you so much for following along on my journey. I'm gonna keep making videos. I'm collaborating with one of the pilots to make some more informational videos about Disney, so keep on the lookout for that. We'll be doing some like behind the scenes, hidden tips and tricks of Disney, history that you might not know about, and like all those kind of small things, because I love those. The small Disney secrets are my absolute favorite. And when you know people at Disney who know things, you get the insider tips. So thank you again for watching, and be on the lookout for those videos. Bye!